time for an evening walk because I didn't get to walk today. And this is my first time walking, I think, since the last week, maybe. But come on, y'all. Let's get this in. Let me turn it around and I'm gonna talk about the topics that I put in the title. And my topics today are Soncerae, Bad Bunny, and Clarissa Shields. Excuse the noise in the background. Y'all know we're outside. We're walking outside. We are walking outside. And as you come in, either on the replay or doing the live, please, 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 and again, please hit that like button, share, subscribe. So we're going to start with Soncerae first. And if you've been on YouTube for any amount of time, you know about Soncerae, who was a content creator who terrorized the black sector and other sectors, doxing people, etc. And I'll say this that she and Successful Ladies Live has something in common because they both seem to do this living in a car, living in hotels situation. Um, and I think they've been both been doing it for quite, have both been doing it for quite some time. I know Soncerae had been doing it for years, as well as Successful Ladies Live has been doing it for years. And they're in the same age range. Soncerae was 45 years old, but and she had faked her own death multiple times. But this time, you guys, she's really gone. Um, Her channel on YouTube is Black Macho. Um, it's got some ridiculous amount of subscribers on there because I think she might have bought them. I don't know, but she was um, something. Now I knew about Soncerae, and I had issues with Soncerae because Soncerae's last child, her son, is on the spectrum, and I think he's like 7 or 8 now, and she has been living this hotel life, not working a real job thing since before he was here. Since before he was here, and as somebody who has a child who is now 30 years old, hey, how you doing? Talking about the late Sansa Ray, uh, who was a content creator on YouTube, and what we are seeing is that she passed away. It looks like she had a massive heart attack and was without oxygen in this hotel room, probably, hopefully not, but probably with her child for hours before she was found. But we're really not sure about that part. What we do know is that according to the obituary, she passed away on January the 15th, which is Martin Luther King's real birthday, not the day we just celebrated a couple of days ago. So, but she was an autism mom. and she did not do things for this son. Let me tell y'all something. As a mother, period, I would scrub floors if I had to make sure my child was taken care of, to make sure I wasn't homeless. And I mean, we all come against hard times. But if you are years and years and years and years living in hotels and living in your car and all kinds of crazy stuff like that, I have to question your mental stability because what the F? What sane person is going to purposely live in hotels, living from pillar to post, and live in their car? That is something that you do out of desperation. It should be a temporary situation. But in the case of Soncerae, and I'll say the same thing in the case of successful ladies live, from what I can see, neither one of these ladies want to get a real job. They wanted to come on YouTube and beg. Soncerae was good about the begging. Successful ladies is always on here begging too. You see, Soncerae, you know, she had had a small child that helped to, you know, and y'all hold on a second. I'm gonna pause this because I know that's loud. Okay, hopefully y'all can hear me. Can y'all see me? All right, I'm gonna flip it back. Okay, so I was going past the ice cream truck. I'm walking, I think, the same way that I did the last time I walked at night because I kind of like that. It gives me a little longer of a walk than my lunchtime 15 minutes. But apparently, Soncerae passed away last week. She hadn't been online in a couple of weeks, and she appeared to have been not doing well when she was online. So, from what I know, if she wasn't diagnosed with it, she showed signs of being diabetic. She showed signs of being having high blood pressure, and I just think the stress of the situation that she put herself in continuously, which is crazy to me, is what came became her demise. I mean, this girl got on here. Literally, she got on here every day begging for money to keep a roof over her and her autistic son's head. She was out here in California and went back to the ATL. I don't know if she went back to Atlanta to, I don't know, try to have a better time or because her son's father was there. But I don't believe that he was nurturing any type of relationship with their child because he didn't want to deal with her. He didn't want to deal with her. And her son was excuse my French, a keep a nigga baby. Okay? And it didn't keep the man. He still left her. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he didn't he went on a back to Atlanta and I think he's married. That's what I think. I don't know what's gonna happen with her son. My personal, I don't. I don't think it's good to put children in the system, especially kids on the spectrum, especially children on the spectrum. But he needs some help. I don't know why she left California because there are a lot more services for children on the spectrum if she'd have stayed here. And if she were a nice person, and I thought that she would have taken my advice, I would have given her, I would have told her resources when she was here in California. But that girl was crazy, and she didn't want no help. Okay, y'all, I'm going to hold on. I gotta change my headset. See y'all, I gotta change my headset. So hold on. Ugh, all right, all right. I think I'm hoping. I'm just gonna let the other one cut itself off. I don't want to take it out of my ear because the last time I did that, it stopped my live. So, which is why I only put one in my ear at a time when I'm out here walking. But I pray for her son. Um, when her daughter came online to tell us about her mother's death and about what was going on, I guess when her mother was still technically alive, but from what she was saying, she was already brain dead, but they were keeping her alive. It was hard to believe her because she was laughing when she was saying, hold on one second, y'all. Hold on one second, y'all. Because I think I lost my earphone connection. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hopefully y'all can still hear me. Hold on. I'm going to, and I didn't bring any other ones with me. Hold on. Sugar, honey, hold on. All right, let me make sure it's on. Okay. Let me make sure it's on. Test. Okay. So I should sound louder now because my AirPod is working again. I don't know why her daughter was laughing when she was talking about her mom being gone. I don't know. Maybe they did have a kind of strange relationship uh, once her daughter was an adult, and it just was a it was just a strange thing. But her daughter, I don't know if she's going to take over her channel. I don't know what's going on. She was talking all kinds of stuff like she's going to be putting out the channel about her younger brother. I don't think she should do that. I don't think she should do that. And I'm saying that as an autism mom. I know that there are a lot of autism parents that show their children as children on YouTube. I'm not one of those parents. I didn't start talking about my son and bring in anything like that until he was actually an adult. And when he's on my channel, he's on there because he wants to be on there. Because I just think it's exploitive to put kids, especially kids on the spectrum, on your YouTube channel and showing the good, the bad, the ugly, the meltdowns, the behavior issues, all of that. I don't think that's a good thing. Um, so I don't think she should do it. So we haven't heard anything more other than when she gave us the update that, and we found out that her mom had passed, and it's on on her mother's other social media. It's on Facebook. It's on YouTube. I don't know if it's on her TikTok, but I think she's really gone this time. It's not her faking like she has in the past. Okay, now on to Big Bunny, Bad Bunny rather, to Bad Bunny. So Bad Bunny is doing the Super Bowl in a couple of weeks, and there are a lot of people that are not very happy about that. There are a lot of people that are not happy about that. But before I go on, let me preface this part by mi familia es afro-cubano via mi padre, pero yo soy negra. In other words, my family's Afro-Cuban, but I'm black. I'm not. I'm not confused about the fact that part of my family comes from Cuba and is Spanish speaking. I speak Spanish. My dad speaks Spanish, but we were born in this country, and the rest of my family are the are FBA. Descendants. Oh, no worries. Her little dog, little dog, a little. It looks like it was a pug. Yeah, a little pug was trying to follow me down the street. I think that's funny. But there, ironically, there's a lot of people that are upset about Bad Bunny being the Super Bowl halftime entertainment, talking about they're going to do other things, suggesting other acts. And the acts that they're suggesting are not American. Okay? So let's 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 bring it in. And people, please remember, Puerto Rico is part of the United States. They're not a state, but they are a part of the United States. They pay US freaking taxes just like us. Okay? They're not the 51st state. They don't even want to be a state, but they are US citizens. So, what the F are we talking about? Bad Bunny can't be deported because he's a United States citizen, just like the us FBAs, those of us who are the descendants of slaves and of, the black natives that were here before, but that's a whole nother story. We can't be deported either. Okay? Bad Bunny can't be deported. And I'm going to be watching it and I'm going to be singing along. And if you don't understand his songs, people talking about who wants an artist up there who nobody can understand. It doesn't matter if you don't speak Spanish. He's not from another country. He's a United States citizen. And on the island of Puerto Rico, they speak English and Spanish over there. So he speaks English, but he's Puerto Rican culture. Just like, I don't know, last year Kendrick Lamar was representing his culture. And in my opinion, I think that Bad Bunny is exactly what we need this year. Just like last year, we needed a Kendrick Lamar to remind them that they not like us. They not like us. Okay? And Bad Bunny is promoting that his music is for everybody. He's promoting unity. So it doesn't matter if you don't like his music is in Espanol, you know, you don't have to speak Spanish to be able to sing the songs. Just like there are people who don't speak English that sing songs in English. Hmm. Yeah, I remember back in the day when I was a kid, my dad used to get this stuff, get this music by this Brazilian group, and they sang everything in English, but they didn't speak no English. They only spoke Portuguese, but they sang in English with with no accent. You wouldn't even know. So you don't have to speak Spanish to enjoy Bad Bunny's music. It's cultural. And sorry, but Puerto Rico is part of America, which means it's American. So I don't understand the palm colored people who are mad about the Super Bowl when, I don't know, for years and years, we're watching all of this foolery that y'all are putting up there with y'all's artists, but y'all always have something to say when it's a black or brown artist. Bad Bunny is internationally known, and he should be headlining the Super Bowl this year, especially because of the ish that's going on in our country. He should be. He should be. I don't have my glasses on, so I can't even see what y'all are saying in the chat. Let me see if I can see. I know. Isn't that a trip about Soncerae? We all found out last week, and we were all skeptical about that because this girl, I remember the last time she faked her death. It was all over Facebook, people on YouTube. We weren't buying it because we knew she had faked it before. We wanted to see proof. Well, this time, the real time, there is proof. Unfortunately, people were saying they wanted to see pictures. I guess her daughter was listening, and on the GoFundMe account that she posted, there's a picture. There's a picture of them. I think it's her younger brother. I think they're having her brother. Her brother is kissing her mom on the forehead in the GoFundMe picture, and she's got tubes and stuff all over her. So that was no joke. That girl is gone, and it's sad that her life ended that way. She had a sad life, unfortunately. I don't, and she was into some weird stuff when she was talking that manifesting and all of that stuff. I think she was into the craft, and I think she was you know doing stuff, spells and incantations, and you can't mess with that stuff because when you do, if you put out something bad to someone else, especially if that person is protected by the blood of the Most High, of Yeshua, it's going to come back on you. But I just think she was into some 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 other stuff. I really, really do. But I'm looking forward to to the Bad Bunny show, to the halftime. I'm looking forward to it. For so many years, none of us wanted to watch the halftime. We didn't want to watch that stuff. We didn't because it wasn't for us. Last year was for us. This year is for the young people, you know, and those of us who enjoy multilingual music like myself. I grew up singing songs that were in Espanol. There's certain songs like you can go look this one up. It's called Eres tú, which means it is you. And I think it's on YouTube. It's by this group called Model Modedades. Modedades. And they're in Spain because this is a Spanish song. It's not a Latin song, it's a Spanish song. But I used to sing that song because my dad loved that song and he loved me to sing it. And it's one of the Spanish songs that I could sing and all my pronunciation was good. Also, when I sing Salina song, those are all good. My pronunciation is good when I do hers. But I think that yeah, Bad Bunny is going to put on a great show, and I think we're going to be thoroughly entertained. I just that's just what I think. So now we're to our last subject, which is Clarissa Shields. Clarissa, Clarissa, Clarissa. I don't know what is wrong with that girl. I don't know what's wrong with her. And she don't seem to understand. People people are not people are not ragging on her because of what she looks like or anything that no girl, you're messing with a married man. And no divorce papers have been signed. None. We don't even know if they've really been filed. And rumor has it that man is going back to his wife and slowly distancing himself from you. It's like you were a lick. And I don't know. Because my issue is you're dealing with a married man. Ladies, let me say this as an elder, as an elder. Keep your legs closed to married men. If it's not your husband, you shouldn't be with him because how you get them is how you're going to lose them. And no happiness. You cannot build your happiness on someone else's unhappiness. Let them finish their situations before you jump in there with them. And this girl is, I think she just turned 30. Child, she's younger than my baby. She's younger than my child because he was 30 before she turned 30. She turned 30 after him. I mean, she was born in 95. Girl, and Papa is close to 50. You don't need to be messing with no old ass man who keeps showing himself to be a dust bucket. I mean, we thought that he was taking care of stuff, but come to find out, his wife was paying all the bills, and she just got tired of him not paying bills. Now we know that allegedly Remy cheated on him, but we also know that Clarissa ain't the only woman that he done been messing with. There's there's a few per his wife, and so that being said, I'm just like, how can you not understand that you're in the wrong, Miss Shields? You from Flint, Michigan. You from this, you know, you don't have a village girl. You don't have no older women around you to tell you to stay the hell away from married men. That's the trying to have a baby with a man who's still married to somebody else. That makes all the sense in the world, don't it? Makes all the sense in the world, but it doesn't. All right, I'm gonna walk. I think I'm just gonna walk just one more block, and then I'm gonna circle back around, make it back to my house because y'all can see it's getting dark. It's getting dark, so I'm gonna walk down to this next corner, and then we're gonna circle back, and then I should be home close to my front door in about 5 minutes. So we just gonna finish talking until we get back over there. So I as we can see, this whole situation with Clarissa is not going to. I don't think it's going to end the way she wants it to. It's already starting to show that he's fixing to go back to his wife. Remy started wearing her ring again. Um, you can think that they're just co-parenting, but he's not treating you the way that he treated her. Let's be clear about this. He's not treating you the way a man treats somebody he loves. He's not doing that. We're gonna walk up this street. He's not doing that. He's not. So you need to find a man of your own. Find a man that's not somebody else's man. Speaking of finding a man, has anybody seen that Lunel, the comedian, and R&B singer Al B. Sure are putting out there that they're together? Now I don't know if this is them, you know, trolling us or if it's for real because I've met Lunel before. She's a friend of another friend of mine, um, the founder of the Punani Poets, Jessica Holter. They're both from the Bay Area, and every time I saw Lunel, she was with some fine ass man. She older than me. I want to be like Lunel when I grow up. If it's gonna get you a fine younger man like like a Mr. Albie Shore, he's only in his 50s. Now he's like 56, 57. He's about the he's about the same age as my man. But Lunel is, I think she's in her mid 60s. She's like 65, 66. And I didn't even think she was that old. I don't know. I thought she was younger. I did. I thought she was younger, but they're saying they're together. They're claiming each other. Now I do know that they have been friends for years. And when they did the little Marina Del Rey thing that they did and got on there and talked about their, I think I'm gonna walk this way, talked about being together, he mentioned that when he was deathly ill back then, when he was in the hospital and all of that stuff, she was one of the people that was there, calling, checking on him, speaking life over him when he was in a coma. So at the very least, they are very good friends. But I hope they are together. I'm happy for Lunel. I know y'all people be having things to say, talking about who they think she's worthy of. But all I'm gonna say is that y'all taste ain't men's taste. And I've seen enough signs. I think this man is kind of into her. I don't think it's no joke. I don't think they're trolling us. I think that they are together. I think that they have been together for a minute and that they're just now choosing to let us in. They're just choosing to bring it to the forefront. So, but I don't think it's a joke. I don't think she's trolling. I know there's some people that think that they're trolling us. I don't think they're trolling us. I think they just decided to let us in, and they don't care what we say, because I'm gonna tell y'all something. When you get to a certain age, when you get to a certain age, you don't give a f what other people say, because other people are not. Let me see what this is. Let's see. Are they open today? I guess they are open today. Today's Wednesday. Yep, they're open today, but it doesn't look very busy today. But their lights are on, and I'm talking about the little bingo and the restaurant around the corner. Maybe the lounge. Oh no, everything looks like it's open. It just maybe it's just early because it's only like 6 something here, so maybe it's just early. But when you get to a certain age, you don't care about what other people think about who you're with, because whose business is it but your own? Now I know that for many years that Albie Shore was that guy, the player out there, but almost, you know, checking out of here. I think that was his come to Jesus moment. And I think that he has a different perspective going forward. Because that was just a few years ago, y'all. That was just a few years ago. That wasn't that long ago that this man was on the brink of death, allegedly behind, Diddy, allegedly. But I'm having fun. I think it's a good look because it, to me, shows that he's not a shallow man, you know. And as you get older, it can't just be about what somebody looks like to the world. It can't be. It has to be about more, because looks will fade. Looks do not last. Inner beauty, who someone is on the inside, is what lasts. And I'm not saying that Linnell is not attractive. You know, y'all haven't seen pictures of her when she was younger, but I done seen how y'all trying to clown and everything. I'm gonna tell y'all something. That woman don't care what y'all saying, because if they her and that man are really together, they don't give a f. They don't give a f. They don't care what we think. They don't care. They don't. So I'm almost back. Y'all can see me walking. And today I have on some loose fitting jeans, and on top I have on my Delta Sigma Theta hoodie. I'm still paraphernalia peak for for right now, at least today. And I got a good walk in, y'all. I got in a good walk because I'm a tall girl. Let me just say that I'm a tall girl, and being tall, even though normally I'm on the more athletic, thinner side, I can gain 25 pounds before y'all notice I done gained some weight. That's that's one of the benefits of being tall. Now I've only gained like 10 pounds since my last birthday last February, and that's just because I haven't been walking as much in the last year on a daily basis. But this year we're back to our walking so we can get our, you know, change the distribution of the weight. I don't mind the extra 10 pounds because extra 10 pounds of me is still, I still weigh less than 160 pounds, you know. And before my mother died, I was 160, 165, and I dropped 20 pounds when my mom died and never saw that 20 pounds come back. So the fact that I've gotten 10 of them back is great. Hold on, y'all. We're here. I'm going to flip this around. Yeah, y'all can see me. See, I got on my Delta stuff. Get on my Delta stuff. Y'all see, I got my little Delta chain around my neck. But let me get ready to get off of here. That was a like 40-minute walk. So that's pretty good. That was longer than my 15 to 20 minutes. But I am going to go inside now at my townhome. You may go inside and I will upload this. And hopefully, y'all on the replay crew leave me some comments and stuff. But I will be back. I am working on some material to upload, which should be soon. Which should be soon. Sorry, the plane's flying over here. Which should be soon. But until then, I'm gonna get off of here and I'll see you guys. Peace and blessings from the west side. I think I'm gonna take these braids out tonight and start all over. It's time because we need to have a fresh set of braids before our birthday. And my birthday is in 2 weeks. Exactly. Exactly 2 weeks from today is my birthday. 2/4. 2/4. Anyway, you guys, I'm out. I'll see y'all later. Love y'all. Peace. Bye.